Sure. So my underwriting process, over the last 2 years I've been in this, I'm working on streamlining it. I'm not as streamlined as Chris, but I'm probably somewhere in the middle and trying to trend towards him. And the first thing I'm going to look at is where is it located? Like based off of Nick's presentation and my facilities I own, if it's somewhere I'm going to be or like to go, I do put weight on that. Is there a number? No. And I'm looking at the occupancy, like I mentioned earlier, of the subject facilities. How am I going to have to compete? If everyone's 80% full or 60% full, if they're doing a lot of marketing, a lot of Google ads, how's that going to affect me? Like I'm just kind of getting a meter. Like after you look at it, when I used to do houses, I used to tell everybody when they were like, well, how do you know? I'm like, you just need to, somebody said it yesterday, you need to put in reps. You need to look at deals, you need to get a feel, and then that analyzation becomes like instinctual. And it's like hard to relay to other people.
What'd you do?
It's Ben's fault. So like when I'm like, oh, I look at this and I feel like this, there's no number that goes along with it. It's a feeling that the more you get in this business, and what I'm saying is just do it. Look at people's deals. Look at Ian's deals. Look at this deal when you get home and say, okay, well now after this exercise, maybe I'll sign a little more weight or take a little more risk here.
Terry needs a new beach house. Go on. Right, Casey?
But Ian's making a joke. So the guys that are in here from Baltimore, like we used to do 80 to 100 wholesale single family deals a year. And after a while, there was just this feel, okay, boom, I know I can do this. I didn't know the exact numbers, but it was just calculated. And Ian did the same thing, right? He busted my chops because he would pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars after years of wholesale fees.
But I was doing the same thing on the other side. I was like, yo, it feels right, keep it moving.
You were doing the same thing because you had that instinct of, yo, we can add this in our portfolio, plug it in, and it was actually compressing your expenses and stuff the same way Nick's doing that on his portfolio.
Yep.
So, like I said earlier, quickly call around the competitors, not get too deep in the numbers, but try to get like that, what I think that base 10 by 10 rate is, and plug it right in. You have my sheet, which we'll like briefly go through, and I know it looks like, I plugged 4 numbers in that sheet, and we'll go through in a second, but just to get a feel for like the range of where it could go to help me kind of know what the where the property could end up.